Now I know I look super, super merry, super jolly, super in the holiday spirit, but something's got to be said. B and G, it's got to be said, and I'm standing on it.
What?
Die Hard is not a top tier Christmas movie. It had to be said.
Not to me, but
come on, man, you guys.
Not to me, but go ahead. I'm
it was in my top 5.
Your top
best
5.
Movie of all
Come
time.
on.
I gave it best movie. It's Die Hard.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Home Alone.
No.
Godfather.
Trading Places. Come on, man.
Trading Places one that I didn't have in, and I and it's funny because I quote it all the time. We're back, Mortimer.
Listen, man.
Yes, Afton. Die Hard.
A Christmas Story has to be in your top 5.
Yes.
Ralphie and them is in the top. It's on rewind.
It is. I gave it a top 5 because it's like you have to have a good mix to me of old classics. I put Charlie Brown. I put them in there. And I put Christmas Story in there because I think those two things are important to have. Then I put Elf, Bad Santa, and Die Hard.
What about the last Friday or Friday after next? Oh, that's a classic.
It's not. I got Die Hard ahead of that. I'm sorry. It's funny. Man, I like it.
Hook, man. Fridays is off the hook. The whole movie's about Christmas.
Hey, listen, we gotta show this real quick before we break here. So it's a pizza. I want everybody to know it's a pizza, but there's a star, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So before you vote, you need to know what the star is for.
Ooh,
you got a utility sweater.
Oh, come on now. What's up?
Hey,
does your ugly sweater do any tricks?
I got a bracelet on that says "Joy to the World" and it's a keychain holder. It says "Joy to the World" on it's a keychain.
For those of you listening on a podcast and not watching, the star on top of the Christmas tree is a bottle opener, and it's fantastic.
Hey man, I listen. All I'm going to say is I finished third, and I got a slick one on. I'm a grumpy Santa. I got the blue. I'm feeling blue. Grumpy Santa. Okay, that's me. But I finished third, man. I think the vote has to go between Pay and B Dirt. I went and counted the votes on the Homies podcast. It was pretty close. I had some votes too. I think I had 11, and I think Pay you had 15, and I think B Dirt you had 12, maybe 13. So we'll decide it here. But I think I finished in third place. But even though I like my outfit, I finished in third.
I'm a Christmas tree.
I want to be the first to announce we're going to be reforming the Running Through the Jungle crew, if you would, on our channel. Anybody that would like to put in an application to be a podcaster or Running Through the Jungle Bengals podcast, go ahead and let me know. But one of the things you got to do here is you got to vote for me and the Pay tree. You can't vote for Pay. Tim did me dirty. He said, "Sorry, B, but Pay wins 100%. I can't. We're homies, man. What are you doing?"
It's tree day.
Hey, man. I mean, all the outfits are great. I mean, all of our outfits are great for the holiday. Ain't no ifs, but
Steelers girl asked if I live in Pittsburgh. Steelers girl, I live in the South Hills now. I moved here from the North Hills this past summer. So, yes, I'm much like you. I am behind enemy lines myself.
Best man holiday Christmas movie. Thanks a lot, Mod. That gets consideration. That is a great emotional Christmas movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. I like that.
There's been a lot.
Forgotten one. That's a forgotten one too, Mod. That's a good shout out.
Deep pull. I like it. All right, man. Let's get to this football talk. G.
Yes, sir.
You know you're like a dog with a bone on some of these college topics, especially if it has anything to do with cheating or somebody losing the money. Talk to us.
In my defense, man, I do have the Level Up podcast that's on Fans First Sports Network, and I spend astronomical amounts of time with beat writers, people that talk about college football all the time, writing shows, writing scripts for those shows. It's a lot going on over there, man. So I spend a lot of time. So college football got a few interesting things that we want to just hit right off the top. But Pay, I'm going to pivot. B-Dirt, I'm going to pivot. I'm going to pivot away from the hot button for the tier 1 violation. I'm going to pivot to Florida State University and their, what I believe, mass exodus out of the ACC. And I think the ACC, without a shadow of a doubt, is cooked. I think 2024 is the end of the ACC. But I just want to see what y'all think about it, before I go, because y'all know I'm going to go on a tear about the breaking up of the conferences.
Okay, so first, the ACC is not going anywhere in 2024. That's not going to happen. All right, but
at the end of 2024, at the end.
Not nowhere near that soon. If anything, it's going to be towards the end of their TV deal. But before I even get into that,
B-Dirt, put that on the receipt.
Put that on the board. You said they called a special meeting today. What was it?
Absolutely.
Whoever called that meeting is a Grinch. Who wants to work on the last business day before Christmas? What is this? Who wants to be in front of a laptop with the camera on, talking to people the day before Christmas? What is his malfunction?
Well, this the deal though, bro. The deal is that based on this litigation, if they're able to pull it off, or what they're trying to pull off, they'll be able to exit the ACC not only by the end of the 2024 season, they're not going to have to pay that money.
Okay.
They're not going to have to pay that money, man. Not, at least not that 75 mass exodus $1 million that they want up front. They're not going to have to pay that. So there's a lot to this, man. This ain't smoke. There's a lot to this.
You're right. It is a lot to this, but it all stems from them not making a college football playoff. That is what started this. They are blaming the ACC for them not being admitted to the playoff. Now, if that was the argument, I would take that argument on its face because that is a legit one to have. But as it stands right now, it's going to cost tens of millions in legal fees just to get this litigated. Tens of millions. And it's going to take over $100 million from FSU to pay the conference to get out. The exit fee is over $100 million. Some people are saying it's like 125. That's a lot. If you're already crying broke, you're already talking about close to $200 million. And that's on the legal side, G. There's a more important side, the business side.
Yeah.
The second most important part, the ACC still retains all rights to all games played in Tallahassee. All of them. You leave the conference, guess what? Every game you play in Tallahassee still is broadcast on the ACC network. They get all that money, all that TV revenue. So you're really hustling backwards if you leave at that point. And the number one important thing, where are they going to go? From a TV standpoint, the SEC doesn't need them. They don't need them.
I'm gonna pivot that to B-Dirt. B-Dirt, where if FSU walks, where they going, dog?
I mean, I would say they probably have to go independent like Notre Dame does and play whoever they can play.
Right.
I don't know. Did you guys hear Chip Kelly's take on what he think? I like that idea. So instead of having your Power 5 conferences, all this kind of stuff, just break it into 64 best teams. I would almost do like they do in soccer over and where they relegate teams. And you either go in the top tier or the second tier or whatever. I would do that. I would relegate them. I'd move them back and forth. If Liberty's good enough to be in the top, put them in the top. If they're not, get them out.
Yeah.
And just do the top 64 teams in one division, and then and have it be like basically all football is independent, but you still have the leagues for the other sports. His comment was that UCLA softball shouldn't have to fly across the country to play Rutgers, and I couldn't agree more. This is a football thing. Football is completely different. It shouldn't be under the NCAA's control like that anymore. Redo it.
So, but if the NC2A loses their ability to control, I mean, is it semi-pro at that point?
It is.
It's always been.
Okay.
It's always been. It's players have been getting paid for a long time, right? It's just been under the table. Now they're able to get paid from doing ancillary things.
Yeah.
Now it just at some point, a lot of these schools actually do want to pay their players. I know a lot of the SEC schools would rather pay their players just so they can cut out the middleman. Let's go straight to paying because we want to win. Yeah. It is semi-pro. It is the second biggest sport in the nation.
Yeah.
And it is laughable that you still call it amateur. All the money that goes into college sports is laughable. All the TV dollars that go into that. These are not amateurs. They are employees. They are professional athletes.
Facts. B-Dirt?
I 100% agree. And on top of that, I think they should be paid a structured payment. However they figured that out. And then they can still do the name, image, and likeness. They can still do meet and greet, signing things, advertise for car dealerships, whatever it might be they're doing. They can still do all that stuff. Christmas chips. Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely. Hey, so this is my take and my spin. And y'all, Pay gonna get mad at me for saying this, but I just think it's true. I think number one, like I said, the ACC is cooked. By the end of the 2024 season, they're done. I think that the Big Ten will get Miami, Florida State, North Carolina State, and Clemson. And I think the SEC will have their pick of whatever school they want, one or two. And then the rest of the guys either go to the Big 12 or they're done. I think that's going to happen.
I like that you brought me back to this point. So remember what I said, what is the SEC gain from getting Florida State? It's about TV dollars.
Yeah.
Their TV deal is already in North Florida. They already have that market with University of Florida. They don't need Florida State. That gives, as B. Dirt said, independence, that route to independence, or the Big Ten. And to be honest, and I haven't looked this up, I don't know if Florida State meets the academic requirements of a Big Ten. I definitely don't know.
They do.
That's news to me. A school in the state.
So the requirement is you have to be a tier 1 research-based institution. Miami of Florida, Florida State University, Clemson, North Carolina State, Virginia, and Virginia Tech all meet that criteria. That's the qualification to go into the Big Ten.
Well, I did not think a school in the book-burning state would have high academic values. I did not know that. Well,
yeah.
Learn something new.
Tier 1 research institute. So, they got the quals, and the market, man. See, the SEC has been so biased because they want all their schools to touch, all the states to touch. I think the Big Ten is going to fleece the ACC. I think they're going to fleece them for everything they got. And then they're going to circle their wagons around the SEC and landlock them so they can't get anybody else that's good. Because they've already done that on the West Coast. The Big Ten fleeced the West Coast. Now let's see what they do in the South. Now, for me and B. Dirt, that's going to make it crazy. Because now, we're going to have to go to Miami and we're going to play. This is how crazy it's going to get. We're going to play a game in November, like Michigan will play Penn State in November, and then might have to go to Miami and play the next week. So they're going to play in 30-degree weather, cold, ice cold, and Big Ten teams thicken up and body up. And now they're going to have to go down there in the South in the winter and play a fast game. That's going to be nuts. So, I just think the Big Ten's getting what they want at the end of the day. I think it's going to be two conferences at the end of the day anyway. I think everybody else ain't even going to count. That's in my opinion. I think it's Big Ten, SEC, everybody else is just, it don't matter.
Yeah, that's really what it is anyway. They're just playing around. Notre Dame. If you wanted to say the ACC, just say something.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the issue with Notre Dame, they won't join the Big Ten because of Michigan. They're scared to death of Michigan. They don't want nothing to do with Michigan. They don't like playing Michigan. Michigan was the first team that they cut off when they were playing all those super teams. They cut Michigan off first. B-Dirt, am I lying?
Nope.
Yeah.
It was a great rivalry game, too. I was very unhappy when they stopped playing that game.
Yeah. Yeah, they killed it. They killed Michigan. So, that's the issue with them. All right, pivoting to Michigan. The NC2A has come out and said that at least one Tier 1 violation has happened with the University of Michigan concerning Jim Harbaugh. It's actual facts. They said the ruling will be after the bowl game. B-Dirt, this was my question. They were already focused based on all the stuff that happened leading up to and Harbaugh getting suspended. Did the NC2A just ensure that the Michigan Wolverines will win the national championship off of them being ultra pissed off and focused that now they know that they're going to get hit with a Tier 1 violation?
I mean, you still got to play Alabama and, in my mind, Texas. So, I don't know. The game still got to be played on the field. But
You said and
what?
You said Alabama and Texas?
To win the national championship?
I just wanted to make sure. All right.
So you're
Just
saying
wanna make
Texas
sure I
is
heard it
going to
right.
handle. You're saying Texas is going to handle Washington.
In order for what Big G asked me to I think they'll have to play Texas in the national championship if they get past Alabama. So you got to beat both of those teams. It's not an easy task. You know what I mean? We could lose either one of those games fairly routinely. I mean, those are coin toss games to me.
Mod's been telling me for 2 weeks that Bama's going to boat race Michigan, and I told him he just lost his mind.
Whatever.
I told him he has totally lost his mind.
Mod's entitled to his opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah, he also said the Bengals were going to be trash this season, and here we are winning without Joe Burrow. So whatever.
Total facts. But there's no way. I picked Michigan to win, but keep going, B-Dirt. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
So, listen, I'm not going to talk about all the other stuff, but most of it is basically with the NCAA stuff, is lack of compliance,
institutional
control, and then didn't comply with NCAA investigation, yada, yada, yada. It's just listen, they're going to throw whatever they want at him because the NCAA doesn't like Jim Harbaugh. I get it. It is what it is. I don't care. I don't think anything and it wasn't him doing it, obviously. And what Connor Stallions was doing was against the rules. Why they don't go to the system like they have in high school and a lot of high schools and definitely in the pros where they have the headset in the quarterback's ear, calling plays in or defensive plays, go to a defensive player, like get the green dot, be done with this. There's enough money in this game. As Pace said, it's the second most popular sport in the country. Yeah. Let's stop playing in these. It's literally a rule from the 90s because people couldn't afford to scout. Get out of here. It's just whatever. I'm over it. I don't care. Yeah. Play the games, take whatever suspension, fine. Yes, the rule was broken, so you got to pay the piper at the end of the day, and who cares?
Pay? What you thinking, bro? Because we know secretly behind closed doors, the Homies podcast knows that Payday rides with that big M and sings hail to the victors. We know, and which is no problem. I mean, if that's your squad, that's your squad, bro. But hey, what you saying, man?
Listen, man, I've never hid the fact that I have a little soft spot in my heart for the victors. True.
Facts. That's facts.
But I'm short of being a fan. I do not put in the work to be a fan. So I don't want to disrespect actual fans by calling myself one. I jumped ship when Tressel kept beating their heads in year after year. So I can't be a real fan. As it relates to this, it's going to be funny. I always root for the funniest outcome. It'll be hilarious if Michigan win the national championship and they just got to take the trophy away right then and there. That'll be fun. That'll be funny as hell to me.
Yeah.
But it is unprecedented that a school has getting charged with cheating 4 times in a season.
Yeah, it is.
This is ridiculous. It is crazy.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm not going to go as far as B was saying, not B, but you, is like an institutional control. I mean, because if any Big Ten, if any school in the last 20 years had a lack of institutional control, shout out to the Nittanies. They didn't get the death penalty, or they didn't come close to it.
Heck, the Miami Hurricanes. I mean, gee, but at Christmas they straight up cheated. You know?
Cheating University of cheaters. What about Baylor? I mean, it's not going to go to that. It's not going to go to that. It's not going to go to those lengths. It's never going to be that serious. They're not going to do what they did to SMU 30, 40 years ago. Not going to happen. But
yeah, I mean, because the entry level guy was recording games on an iPhone. Like, come on, get out of here.
Yeah.
He gets paid more than entry level.
So I'm gonna say this publicly.
No, he didn't. His salary was $50,000 pay.
That is facts. That is total facts, Peter. Total facts. I'm gonna say this publicly, man. And this is because I love the Buckeyes. But Michigan's gonna win the national championship. Michigan is gonna win it, man. I think this circles the wagons like you've never seen the wagon circle before in Ann Arbor. And I know that Saban's scared of him because Saban hired the fire coach right before the bowl game.
That's pretty funny.
Nick Saban hired the coach that got fired, the linebackers coach that got fired. Nick Saban hired him 2 weeks before the game. Saban's scared to death of Michigan. He's scared to death because he wouldn't have. Saban has never made a move like that ever in life, ever. So he's scared of him. That's number one. And I think that how Michigan's going to win is their defensive line is going to destroy Jalen Milroe. I think that they have 4 guys that are first-round NFL draft picks over the next 2 seasons on that defensive line. And then they got 2 or 3 guys that that rotate in that are NFL draft picks. They're going to destroy Jalen Milroe. Alabama receivers are not going to be running free on Michigan. Michigan's defensive backs, if they can handle Marvin Harrison Jr. and they can handle Emeka Buka and they can handle Carnell Tate, what in the heck do you think they're going to do to Alabama's receivers? They can handle them too. So Michigan going to win it, bro. Michigan going to win it, beat her. And I'm going to be the first Buckeye fan to tell you congratulations because you earned it. All the allegations, all the stuff that went out there, all the stuff people was talking, I'm going to be the first Buckeye fan in line to say congratulations. You earned it.
I don't know if you can get hit with cheating 3 times in the season and then say you earned it.
Yeah, buddy.
It's a little more than allegations there, G.
Bring it.
Hey, I'm gonna tell them congratulations. Congratulations for sure. All right, fellas, let's take the commercial break early. Let's get it out of the way. Pay our bills on Fans First Sports Network. The Homies Overtime Podcast, rocking out on FFSN, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and live on YouTube. Give us about 10 seconds. We're going to pay these little bills, get that commercial money, because we need it for Christmas. And we'll be back in 10 seconds on the Homies Overtime Podcast. And we're back, man. Fans First Sports Network, Homies Overtime, B-Dirt, Payday, minus Tape Boy Fresh, 3 of the Magnificent 4. Fellas, what's cracking-lacking, man? What's going on, man?
Another beautiful Friday, man. The last working day before the holiday. Man, I can't wait to get some 7-Up cake, watch Home Alone, Godfather, some football. Football's invading the basketball sacred holiday. How do y'all feel about that?
I'm happy.
You're happy.
Can't get enough football ever. Can't get enough. Basketball lightweight trash. NBA basketball sort of lightweight trash right now, but that's another story. That's another conversation.
Okay, that's a hot take.
There's not too much. Like, I'm not the Christmas games. The night game is fire. Other than that, Like, I'm not really worried about football.
Yeah.
I'm watching during the day. I'm gonna watch the NBA. Come 8 o'clock, I'll be switching over.
Yeah. Hey, Pay, I just want to make sure we carry this over because it is a Freaky Friday. You had a few people over there on the Homies podcast, man. There's a few ladies to say, hey, they like to see what's up underneath that tree. so hey, I don't think we're going to get banned or sanctioned for the FCC, but there was a few ladies that said that, man.
The first thing that came to my mind would definitely get us banned. after what our big bosses were just talking to us. I know he's listening, so let me not say it, but I will say this. Trees are wood.
That is facts. That is facts. We'll leave it there. We'll pause. We'll hit the pause button, and we'll move on from this topic. B-Dirt, you agree?
Please, yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, NFL. We got to go quick because we got to do our picks. What NFL coaches will make it through the end of the season? And which one of them jokers is going to be told to kick rocks, get to the bench? It's all over. It's adios, muchachos. Who's in? Who's out? We got 3 to go. Let me get your top 3. Either one of you guys go. Top 3.
Who else? Well, number 3. Well, let me not do a countdown because I gotta ramble off a little bit. But number 1 coach is getting fired come Black Monday is the Chicago Bears head coach, Matt Eberflus. Him and his OC can hit the bench. B-Dirt, I'm kicking it right to you. Who you got?
Bill Belichick. Adios, muchachos.
Fired? Bill Belichick? Really? Fired?
I don't know if it's going to be a firing or a mutual parting of ways, but he gone.
Right. How about this? Here's a surprise, and I don't like this, but it's going to happen. Robert Saleh, you're gone. Pink slip.
He's cooked.
All right. So if you don't want to count my fire, if you want to count it as a parting of ways, how about I give you a riverboat run? Get your walking papers. You out.
That was my number 1. That was my number 1 cooked. Right?
Oh no,
number 1.
My number 1. And you know him well. You've known him for 17 seasons, there, G.
Don't do it.
You've known him for 17 seasons.
Don't do it, Pay.
The writing's on the wall, dog. They done fired all the other trash coaches.
Pay. I'm calling you trash straight up on the show, dog. I'm calling you straight trash. That is a trash take. They're not firing Mike Tomlin. It's not happening.
All right, call an audible on Pay's call. Dennis Allen from the Saints.
Cook.
I think he could be gone.
Straight cooked.
He's fighting for a playoff spot. Maybe. I don't know.
Listen, it doesn't count.
Doesn't
just because you're fighting for a division in a division full of people that don't want to fight.
Does it count that the interim coach for the Carolinas will get fired? Does that count? Can they fire 2 coaches in once?
They've already fired the head coach. So
they need to fire their owner.
Yeah.
How do you back-to-back seasons with an interim coach? That's crazy.
They need to fire the owner for him wanting to have Young as the number 1 pick instead of CJ Stroud. That's the whole reason why that owner should be straight cooked and should be adios muchachos because he does not know football at all. How in the world? I mean, that was one of those dumbest decisions we probably will see in our lifetime as who should have got picked as the first quarterback.
What about, I got a surprise. This is a question because I don't know. Mike Vrabel?
Oh. I don't know, man. I think he's got a quarterback in Levis. He's just got to make his mind up what he wants to do with Derrick Henry.
I know what you do with him. You trade him. Send him out to his pasture. Send him out to pasture. It's over.
I know somebody that I think would like to have Vrabel coaching one of his teams.
Oh,
Guilty as charged.
I raised my hand. If Mike Tomlin walks away, oh my God, the ink can't dry fast enough to get us Mike Vrabel. Oh, please let us get Mike Vrabel. Because I promise you one thing, that all that locking up in the room that I was telling you about, me and Deontay Johnson and me and George Pickens and all whatever else, I ain't gonna have to do it.
I'll tell you right now, if either one of your coaches left, you take him. You can go college or pro.
If Ryan Day left, Vrabel today. If Mike Tomlin leaves, Vrabel today. Because if, like I said, I ain't gonna have to lock them dudes in a room by 11 by 13. Vrabel gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
And Vrabel gonna come in and lay down the law right off the back. And if you don't like it, get the kicking.
On Busting with the Boys, they talked about like how much of an alpha dog he is.
Oh my God.
He's like no one crosses him, steps out, everybody just quiets in the room when he walks in.
Campbell or Vrabel in a fight, who wins?
I think
I got Campbell. I got man Campbell. Sorry.
I think Vrabel's obviously going to have kneecap replacement, but I think he wins.
That's a good call.
Vrabel is a monster, man. Vrabel's a monster. And listen,
did Campbell have his 17 espressos?
That's going to make a difference. That's going to make a difference. But this the deal with Vrabel. Vrabel's shown he could change, y'all. Vrabel was a run-centric offense. He's let Levis throw the ball around the yard as a rookie. He shows he's got adaptability in him. He's not stuck on craziness like Tomlin and with no adaptability. That's another reason why if Tomlin walks, you got to get Vrabel right now.
Mr. Woody C said Vrabel's got a better chin.
Vrabel would handle his business. Vrabel would handle his business. So anybody else left that's going to be on the bench?
I think all the easy answers have already been fired. So that's about it.
Any surprise guy?
Well, other than the interims run, that will be a surprise. I wouldn't be shocked by it, but I would definitely like, dang, I couldn't have seen it. I didn't know the day was coming, but I wouldn't be shocked.
How about the Jets coach?
Robert Saleh. Yeah, I said him.
I think both New York coaches might get canned.
Daboll, a year after a playoff appearance.
Yep.
No,
I'm telling you.
No, he didn't sign Danny. I was going to call him. He didn't sign Danny Dimes.
Listen, he didn't sign that scrub. He absolutely didn't. He didn't. But there's got to be a penalty somewhere for who did what. So,
yeah, and Fecal rolls downhill, so it won't hit the general manager. It would definitely hit Daboll. You were right there.
Yeah.
I can't see him getting fired. Not yet, though. He's got to have a chance to pick a quarterback.
The Bears will hire him tomorrow.
No, they will not.
Why wouldn't?
No, we're waiting on Tomlin.
You want Tom? I'll trade you. I'll give you.
No. We're not trading with you all anymore.
I want a first round and a second round.
Again.
I want a first round and a second round, and you can have him today.
No, we are not trading with Pittsburgh Steelers anymore. I saw that report, not report, but I saw that article from the Steel Curtain Network. You think I didn't know? I didn't see that? You think I didn't see that? You think Omar Khan's going to fleece us again?
Yeah, it was a sneaky article. There was some consolidation amongst us Steelers, man. We had a little fireside chat about how we was going to be able to fleece Chicago for, maybe even Justin Fields too.
I got to let the chat fam here behind the curtain a little bit. We have a group thread with the homies. Now, there's multiple threads we're in. I've got to run through the jungle. We all have different threads for our different people.
Total fact.
Our homies is by far the most traveled on thread I have.
Yeah.
I work in the food service industry, and if you know anything about that, this time of the year is absolutely bonkers for us.
Facts.
So I've been really busy the past couple of days, like literally from morning meeting, kitchen work in the afternoon, meeting at 4, dinner meeting, like boom, 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 back to back days. I literally spent an hour reading text messages and links today to catch up on what I've missed the past 3 days in our homies chat thread. It's insane how much stuff goes through there.
But it's great because then it keeps us all, we're the homies, but we're know-it-alls too, because we're all part of the know-it-alls. We come together like Voltron. So we all stay up on stuff. Somebody talk that yak to us, be like, yeah, right, shut up. We know what we're talking about. Because we keep each other abreast of what's going on, pause. So hey, so all right, we done talked about the coaches. All right, man. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna lob it like we're gonna play volleyball. I'm gonna lob this up. All right, y'all spike it. What did I say last week about Dak Prescott and the Buffalo Bills? What did I tell you about Dak Prescott?
You say
what did I tell you about
the same thing you say every week.
Yeah, what did I say? What did I say? And y'all was talking about
Dak's
some
trash.
people, not necessarily y'all. Dak was trash. I told you they was gonna get boat raced. They did. People was talking on this show who came on last week was talking about Dak's gonna win the MVP. He ain't. So I'm lobbing it up. Pay, be there, do what you do, man.
I think Pay and I both said he was leading the race for the MVP last week, but he was getting to a stretch where he's playing some tough teams and he had to keep it going and win the big games. And he dacked instead.
Look, MVP will be a great award for Dak. I mean, obviously, he's never won the MVP award before. So, I mean, so he technically is still, that is a big star will be on his chest. No cowboy pun. However, Dak's got bigger fish to fry. He has to win big games at big times of the season, and it's not during the season either. It's the postseason. He has to win those games to get people off his back, namely you, Big G. So, winning the MVP, while it would be a great career achievement for him, it ain't gonna kick the wolves from the door. It ain't gonna quiet anybody up. He's got to do it in January. He's got to do it in February. So, I mean, it is what it is. He could play. He did play bad. It wasn't his best showing in Buffalo. Excuse me. But that the thing with the NFL, there's always another game come the next week. And coming up next week, they're playing. Who's on the schedule this week? The Dallas.
Dolphins.
They got another big Dolphins. That's right. They got the Dolphins.
Tyreek Hill's ready to roll.
Well, Dak don't play defense, so that don't really matter for him. He just got to show him and do what he's supposed to do. And I think Miami's defense is vulnerable.
Listen,
but Dak do one pick instead of do three.
If Dak goes down though and outduels Tua and has a big game, he's back in the conversation.
Come on now. Let's not get into the exercise of saying outdueling Tua. Tua's not even on Dak's level. Let's relax. All he has to do is do what Dak's been doing all season, win or lose. If he does what he's supposed to do, there's not much you can say. Again, the only thing people are looking forward to from Dak is winning in January. If he goes out there and does what he's supposed to do and not what he did last week in Miami, win or lose, it's fine. They're going to the playoffs. He has time to show.
Who leads the league in passing yards?
Tua.
I believe Tua, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Tua.
I mean, that's an outduel. If Tua goes out there and throws for 325 yards and Dak goes out and throws for 340 and 4 touchdowns, he's back in the conversation. That's all I was saying.
But
I get that. But I mean, Tua's not. I don't think very.
You don't like Tua, which is fine. The guy's got almost 4,000 yards passing already.
He's got an unguardable wide receiver.
3 games left.
But if he plays trash again, not only will I get to get mine to come on the show and tell me, which I know he's going to do, because guess what? Now you got Jalen Ramsey who's going to take his favorite target away from him. I dare Dak Prescott to throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb. I dare you, Dak. I dare you. Throw it to CeeDee Lamb. Throw it to him. Because Jalen's going to get you, dog, more than once. So he's going to take his favorite target away. Now find somebody else, dog.
Well, I think his favorite target is Ferguson.
Okay. He better get to him quick and often.
Ferguson can get busy.
Well, guess who's coming down, breathing down his throat? Von Miller. Guess who else is breathing down his throat? They coming after that boy, bruh. They coming after him.
Play in Buffalo?
Who? No, they play in Miami.
Yeah, but don't Von play for Buffalo?
No, I'm sorry.
I'm talking about Bradley Chubb.
I'm talking about Bradley Chubb and Wilkins from Clemson.
Oh, you found another Chubby to talk about. Go get him, G.
I'm talking about, hell, he a dog. Chubb a dog. Chubb a dog. Chubb ain't no scrub now. So they coming, man. And that loss of that defensive tackle for the Cowboys is gonna be it's hurting them, dog. So, but Dak ain't gonna have no 1001 and 1002 without somebody breathing down his throat.
All right,
and I dare him to throw it to Jalen.
We're at the 40-minute mark. We gotta start doing some picks.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Read off the records. Do the records.
All right. So Tate's not here. This is excellent week for us all to catch up. I don't want to hear nothing. I want to hear nothing but great picks coming out of you guys. Last week was tough. Dirt, you had a 1-2 week that brought your record to 16-22. Tate, he's not here. He had a 2-1-1 week. Chicago pushed. He's 31-19-1. G, you are 28-26 after a 2-2 week, and I was horrendous last week. I was 1-3. My record is 24-23. I'm barely over 500. I'm struggling right now in these picks.
I do have to make a correction there.
What's up?
Big G had a 1-2-1 week, didn't he?
He pushed?
No,
Where'd he push
you're
at?
right. No. Wait, what was the Bengals score? 3.
The Bengals won by 3, so he did push.
Yep. So G was 1-2-1.
All right. There you go, G.
What's Tate's winning percentage? What's his number again? Tell me.
Listen, man. Look, it's the last business day before Christmas. It's Freaky Friday. I am not about to do no more math. He's 31. He's 12 games over 500. Let's just put it right there. That's it.
All right.
I got to hit a streak. I'm
gonna take the first. I'm gonna take the first game. I got the Bengals at the Steelers. Steelers are 3-point home dogs over under 38. I'm taking the Bengals to win this game. My prediction on this game was 24-13. Big G, you got the Bills at the Chargers. Chargers are 12.5-point underdogs over under 44.
Give me the Bills plus 12.
What was the Bills line?
Bills are minus 12.5.
Yeah, give me the Bills. I'll take the Bills and the points. They're going to get smoked.
All right, Pay. We got the Lions at the Vikings. The Vikings are home dogs, getting 3 points, 47.5 over under.
The Lions at the Vikings. I'm taking the Lions. I like that. Yeah, give me Detroit.
I like that too.
I got the Packers at the Panthers. Panthers are 4-point home dog over under 38. I'll take the under. Jeez, I don't like this game.
Well, I get it. So I'm the one that's going to get thrown underneath the bus.
I'll take the Packers.
Okay.
Packers. All right, Big G. You got the Seahawks at the Titans. Titans are 3.5-point home underdogs over under 41.5.
Geno starting. Seahawks going to win. And they had a big win last week with Jackson Smith and Juka making a game-winning catch. Give me the Seahawks.
We are again going to have a bad week. We have picked all away teams at this point in time. Pay, you have the Colts coming to Atlanta against the Falcons. Falcons are favored by 2.5 points over under 45.5.
It went up to 2.5.
Pay. Jonathan Taylor starting. If you didn't know, he's starting.
Okay. The Falcons are 2.5-point favorites. Guess what? I'm taking the Colts.
Facts. Total facts, Pay. Total facts. Facts.
All right, Browns at Texans. Texans are +3. Have we heard
questionable?
Questionable?
Yeah, questionable.
Then so is this pick. I'm gonna take the Texans +3, hoping that CJ Stroud comes back. I'm just rooting against the Browns because I need them to lose. Yeah. All right, Big G. Commanders at Jets. Jets are favored by 3 points over under 37.
I'll make this preference. Whatever coach loses this game is fired. He's fired Monday. Whatever coach loses, if Ron Rivera loses,
they tie,
they're both fired. If they tie, they're both fired. So, where are they playing at?
They're in New York, New Jersey.
This hood is hot.
Give me the Commandos, man. Give me the Commandos.
Wow.
Give me the Commandos.
That's +3. Wow. Yeah, underdog.
Yeah, give me the Commandos.
All right, Pay, you got the Jags at the Bucks. Bucks are favored by 1.5. Over under 42.
Why I get all the trash games? I gotta catch tape. Jags at the
Timeout. Audible. CJ Stroud is officially out. I just looked it up. I'm taking the Browns.
No, whoa. This is like spades, BG. The car's stick. You took Houston.
Until all the picks in the parlay are made, parlay is not entered. I got the Browns.
And listen, he is right because I just checked it on fantasy and I did get an alert saying that CJ Stroud was ruled out. So that's fair. I mean, that was literally as the podcast was going on.
What's the line on this Jacksonville, Tampa Bay?
I got the Bucks favored by 1.5.
Ooh. If you've been listening to our gambling show, Pay Dirt, available wherever you get your podcasts, also on YouTube, Running Through the Jungle and the Bear Claw. I've been telling you I ain't got no faith in Jacksonville all season, and I'm gonna ride with that. I got Tampa Bay and the Baker boys continuing to stay hot. They win by field goal.
Baker's been playing well.
If they win, they're probably going to the playoffs. Tampa Bay's probably going to the playoffs.
They'll win the division.
Yeah.
All right.
You said it was 2.5, right?
1.5.
1.5. Yeah, I'm confident about that.
Cowboys at the Dolphins. Dolphins are favored by 1.5, over under 50. The Dolphins are great at home. The Cowboys are terrible on the road. I'm taking the Dolphins.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Let's go.
All right, Big G, you got the Cards at the Bears. The Bears are favored by 4, over under 43. What's the weather going to be like in Chicago, Pay?
Like 60 degrees.
Nice.
It's going to be 60?
Yeah. Great Chicago December weather.
Well, this is the deal, man. The Bears coach blows so many games. It's unbelievable. I mean, I want to pick the Bears every week, but I can't trust them without the coach. Give me Arizona, man. Give me the Cardinals. Give me Arizona. I cannot trust. And they need to fire their coach right after the game, too. Firing.
The line move is still 4 for Arizona?
Still 4, yep.
Yeah, give me Arizona. Give me Arizona.
Here's a line that moved. The Patriots are at the Broncos. Broncos now favored by 7.5 points. And this is some of the information you can pick up on Pay Dirt. 91% of the money gambled right now is on the Broncos.
But not mine. I don't have the Broncos covering those 7.5. Get out of here. Patriots can keep that closer than that. Give me the 7.5.
Hey,
give me a
break. Did y'all see Sean Payton cuss out Russie on the sideline? Did y'all see that?
Yep, I did.
Straight cussed him out. Russie's cooked. By the way, Russie's cooked. Straight cooked.
If Russell's cooked, then who's doing the cooking? If it ain't him.
Sean Payton.
That was a terrible joke. That's a terrible joke. My bad. I'm gonna leave.
He gonna cook and fry him. Next game.
Raiders at the Chiefs. Chiefs, this line keeps moving by the hour. We are up now. Chiefs are favored by 10.5 points, over under 41. Division rivalry game, and if you listen to us, the Chiefs have struggled covering double-digit covers. They haven't looked like themselves this year. Because of that reason, I'm going to take the Raiders to keep this within 10 points.
Oh, I think they're going to smoke them, but I think they'll boat race them. They're going to be about 20, but go ahead.
All right, Big G, you got the Giants at the Eagles. The Eagles are favored by 13.5 points, over under 43.
The Eagles are going to win the game, but the Giants are not going to lose by 13.5 points. Give me the Giants with the 13.5 points. They'll keep it closer than that. But the Eagles are going to win.
Pay. We've got the Ravens at the 49ers. The 49ers are favored by 6, 47 over under. And 72% of the money is on the 49ers in this game, but not Pay's money.
Wow.
As you know, San Francisco not beating them by no touchdown. Not going to happen. Not by 6. I'm not doing it. Nope. Baltimore. Baltimore keeping it close. Baltimore +6. I'm putting it on the board. Spade stick.
Ooh.
Okay. Very confident with our picks are going to be trash next week. Tune in to see how bad we actually did. That's way too many visiting teams.
It was a
That's
lot.
what it is. That's what it is.
It was a lot. I mean, probably 80% were all visiting teams.
We only picked 2 home teams.
Wow. Well, okay.
And
but
Pay
you know what?
picked one and I picked one. G, you picked all visitors.
Hey, this could be the week though. Because if we hit, we hit big. If we hit,
how
we hit
about
real big.
How
We hit
about
big. We get paid off of this one, and we'll catch Tate. That's all that counts.
That's all that counts. We got to stop Tyrant Tate in his tracks.
Absolutely. In his tracks. All right, fellas. Party shots. Oh, and by the way, I got to announce the winner of the first Ugly Christmas Sweater Homies podcast. That right goes to Payday. Payday wins the first ugly sweater. Ugly sweater alert tree alert.
We had a ugly Christmas sweater party. I didn't win, even though I'm the only one wearing a sweater. Big G's got on a t-shirt. Pay's got on a onesie. Come on now.
So we should have prefaced.
I know a onesie when I see it.
Oh, that is.
I got the feet. You're right. You caught me. You caught me.
He got the feet in him. He got the feet in the bottom. It got a Y. Listen to this tag. B-Dirt, his tag got a Y in it. You know, like for youth, it says Y. And his tag, he got a youth outfit with some feet in it. That's hilarious, man. All right, man. So, fellas, parting shots before we get out of here. Anything y'all want to say before we bounce?
Catch all of our audio and visual musings all over the Fans First Sports Network. That's on YouTube, on don't call it Twitter. I don't want Elon on my case. On X, on Threads, on Instagram, Facebook. We're everywhere. If there's any TikTok, I got one of my shows is on TikTok. Hey, check us out. That's the Bear Claw. That's the Shot City Bulletin Board. Level up, running through the jungle. Pump your brakes, and of course, your Friday night freakiness. The homies can't start your weekend without the homies. Tell your friends, share with your friends, make them a homie, make your homies our homies, and we can all be homies. Right here on Fan Sports Network.
Facts. B-Dirt, anything you want to share before we get out of here, bro?
I just want to share a big thank you. Our chat fam brings it every week. We appreciate you not only showing up here, showing out, and liking, subscribing, and being real stewards of our podcast and what we do. I have comments. I'm running through the jungle. I've got Steelers fans over there watching what we're doing, and I appreciate that. It doesn't get lost on us. Just want you to know how much we appreciate it, especially this holiday season. There's Dennis. Dennis just gave us a Merry Christmas, homie nation, $10 super chat.
Merry Christmas, man.
Dennis is one of those guys, man. He's making comments on Running Through the Jungle every week. We appreciate you guys.
Clap it up, Dennis. Clap it up.
Absolutely.
Happy holidays, Dennis, and everybody else in the homie nation. Clap it up.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that kind of good stuff. Enjoy this weekend. Remember what it's all about. Spend time with your family and friends, and show some appreciation and love.
Absolutely. Hey, make sure you have some good food, good times, good memories. Enjoy your time off with your family. Have a great Christmas. As for me, Pay, B-Dirt, and our boy Tate Boy Fresh, he's probably landed by now. He's probably in Florida.
Oh, hey, and a shout out to Bad too for helping us out with the production and everything.
Total facts.
Listen, getting on here and just talking trash is the easy part. The hard part's getting behind, get it set up, and all that kind of jazz. He took care of the first one for us, and Pay did this one. That's much appreciated. But Tate really holds that down for us year round, so we appreciate it.
Absolutely. Hey, man, Merry Christmas. Payday, get us out of here, bro.
Y'all know what y'all need to do. How best Christmas gift we can get. Put Brett Favre behind bars.
Merry Christmas, y'all.